Hello students, in the previous class we have completed about alcohols, that is introduction, nomenclature, classification, synthesis of alcohols and properties of alcohols we have completed, and also introduction to phenols and nomenclature as well as synthesis of phenols are also completed. In this class we are going to discuss about the properties of phenols. Okay, let us discuss about that. See here, phenols, that is, this phenol is having this structure. The OH group is attached to the carbon of benzene ring. This is phenol structure. Coming to phenols, see here, in alcohols and phenols, we know that the OH group is the functional group, and in alcohols the OH group is attached to that means aliphatic group, and here in this phenols the OH group is attached to carbon of aromatic ring. And in phenols the alcohol functional group, that is the oxygen of the OH group, is bonded to sp2 hybridized carbon and to the hydrogen via sigma bonds. That means the oxygen attached to one carbon and one hydrogen. See here, this oxygen is attached to this carbon as well as this hydrogen. It is attached to two atoms via sigma bond, and moreover the carbon to which the OH group is attached is sp2 carbon in phenols. While in alcohols the OH group is generally attached to sp3 carbon. This is the difference. See here, in this phenols the oxygen is attached to sp2 carbon, sp2 hybridized aromatic carbon, and in the two bonds, that is the oxygen is attached to carbon and hydrogen, and these two bonds, that is CO bond and OH bonds, are polar, and moreover as the OH group is attached to the aromatic ring, hence conjugation exists between the unshared electron pair of the oxygen atom and benzene ring. That means as the OH group is attached to benzene ring, there exists a conjugation between the electron pair of the oxygen atom and benzene ring. That means the conjugation, it results in a shorter CO bond, because due to this conjugation we get C double bond O. That means double bond arises between carbon and oxygen, as the double bond is having shorter length than single bond. Unlike alcohols, see here, this CO bond is shorter bond in case of phenols, and a more basic OH group and a more acidic OH proton. The hydrogen present on the oxygen becomes more acidic, because the hydrogen can be easily removed. That means because of due to this conjugation, the CO bond becomes shorter, one thing, and the more acidic OH proton That means the proton can be easily removed as H plus. And coming to these phenols, see here, the phenols are colorless, crystalline, poisonous solid with phenolic color. That is, the phenol is colorless liquid, colorless, crystalline, poisonous solid with phenolic color, and the melting point is 41 degrees centigrade and boiling point is 180 degrees centigrade. The phenol is colorless, crystalline, poisonous solid with the phenolic order, and the melting point is 41 degrees centigrade and the boiling point is 182. And this is sparingly soluble in water and forming pink solution at room temperature. It is sparingly soluble in water and forms pink solution at room temperature, and it is completely soluble above 68.5 degrees centigrade. It causes blisters on skin, used as disinfectants and in washrooms. This is used as disinfectants and in washrooms it is used. And coming to the physical properties, phenols are polar and can form hydrogen bond, as the OH group is there. And phenols are also, see here, they are polar molecules and they can form hydrogen bonding, and moreover the phenols are water insoluble. And coming to the acidity of phenols, phenols are stronger acids than water and it will dissolve in stronger bases, that is NaOH, and the phenols are weaker acids than carbonic acid, and they do not dissolve in 5% sodium bicarbonate. Phenols are weaker acids than carbonic acids and they do not dissolve in sodium. That means phenols are weaker acids, they dissolve in strong base, that is NaOH. They do not dissolve in this 5% sodium bicarbonate. They are weaker acids than carbonic acid. And coming to the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, we have studied in the previous class also. That means intramolecular hydrogen bonding is possible in case of some ortho-substituted phenols. In case of some ortho-substituted phenols, this intramolecular hydrogen bonding is possible. Due to this intramolecular hydrogen bonding, it reduces water solubility and increases volatility. See here, when we observe these two examples, that is orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. This orthonitrophenol, there exists an intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding means the existence of hydrogen bonding within the molecule. That means here the hydrogen bonding is within the molecule. Hence, this type of hydrogen bonding is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. That is, intramolecular hydrogen bonding is possible in orthonitrophenol and it is not possible in paranitrophenol, as the NO2 and OH group are far away to form the hydrogen bond. This is about intramolecular hydrogen bonding. And next, see here, coming to the acidity of phenols, phenols are more acidic than alcohols and phenols are less acidic than carboxylic acids. That means when we compare the acidity of phenols, they are stronger acids or they are more acidic than alcohols and they are lesser acidic than carboxylic. That means they are weaker than carboxylic acids. They are weakly acidic than carboxylic acids. And see here, if we compare the acidity of phenols and alcohols, if we study the resonance structure of phenol, we can understand the acidity of phenol. See here, phenol exists as a resonance hybrid of the following structures: See here, these structures, these are phenols. Phenol, in the third structure, if you observe, see here in the second, this double bond shifts here, and this double bond goes to this carbon, and we get negative charge at ortho position like this. See here, this is a important rearrangement. See here, this electron pair goes to this bond, and this double bond goes to this carbon. Hence at this carbon, this minus charge arises, and moreover we have double bond here, and this oxygen gets plus charge as it donates electron pair. In this rearrangement, oxygen gets plus charge, and there is the single bond becomes double bond between carbon and oxygen, and at the ortho position the minus charge arises, that is carbon ion. And in the next structure, see here, this minus charge comes here, and this double bond goes to this para carbon. What happens here? We get double bond here, and we get minus charge at para carbon. See here, this rearrangement is very important. And here in the fourth structure, we get this negative charge at para position. And in the next step, see here, again rearrangement. See here, this minus charge comes here, and this double bond goes to this, again this ortho carbon, and we get minus charge here, and we get a double bond here. If you observe the minus charge, it comes at 2, 4, 6 positions. If we observe, we can get, that means the negative charge comes here second carbon, at fourth carbon, and at sixth carbon. These are the resonance structures of phenol, and it is the resonance hybrid of these resonance structures. Once again I will explain. See here, in this rearrangement is possible, the shifting of double bond to this here, and this double bond is shifted, that means to this carbon, and we get negative charge here, and we get double bond here, and plus charge on oxygen. And in the next step, this minus charge comes here, and this double bond goes here, we get negative charge here, and double bond here. And in the one more rearrangement, see here, this minus charge goes here, and this negative charge comes here, we get minus charge here, and we get double bond here. These are the resonance structures of phenol, and it exists as the resonance hybrid of these resonance structures. And when we observe, see here, due to the resonance, oxygen atom acquires a positive charge, and hence it attracts the electron pair of OH bond, leading to the release of H+. See here, as this OH, the oxygen of this OH gets positive charge, it takes the electrons of this OH bond. As oxygen gets positive charge, it takes the electron density of electron towards it, it takes the electron pair of OH bond towards it. Hence what happens, see here, it leads to the release of H+. Hence phenols, they behave as acids, because of as the oxygen gets positive charge, due to positive charge, it attracts the electron pair of the OH bond towards it, so that the hydrogen can be eliminated easily as H+. And see here, and by the loss of H+, see here, this phenol with the loss of H plus, it is converted into this ion which is called as phenoxide ion, that means phenol with the loss of proton, it is converted into phenoxide ion. This is phenoxide ion. Next, see here, and if you compare the SDT of phenols and alcohols, already we that means we know that phenols are more acidic than alcohols. See here, when we observe the structures of phenols and alcohols, in phenols the oxygen of the OH group is attached to an sp2 carbon, while in alcohols the oxygen attached carbon is sp3 carbon. As the carbon is sp2 carbon in case of phenols, we know that sp2 carbon is more electronegative than sp3 carbon. That means it is more electrophilic than sp3 carbon, hence it drags the electron pairs towards it, electron density towards it. That means in phenols it results a greater inductive effect, facilitated the release of proton, and due to the presence of this sp2 carbon in case of phenols, that means a greater inductive effect facilitated in phenols, and it results the release of proton. While in case of this alcohols, the OH group is attached to an sp3 carbon. Compared to sp2 carbon, this sp3 carbon is less electronegative. Hence, in case of phenols, due to the inductive effect, it facilitates the release of proton. Hence, the phenols are more acidic than alcohols, because resonance is impossible in alcohols, and also in phenols resonance is possible. Due to these, the phenols are more acidic than alcohols. Remember this. And moreover, phenols with the loss of proton, they form phenoxide ion, and alcohols with the loss of proton, they form alkoxide ion. We know that. When we compare these two, that is alkoxide and phenoxide, the phenoxide is more resonance stabilized. The phenoxide ion is more resonance stabilized, while this alkoxide is not stable, because there is no possibility of the delocalization of negative charge. See here, in case of phenoxide ion, it is more resonance stabilized, because there is possibility of resonance structures. Due to that, the delocalization of negative charge on the oxygen takes place. Hence, it results more stability to phenoxide ion, while in case of alkoxide ion, there is no possibility of these resonance structures or the delocalization of negative charge. Hence, when we compare both alkoxide ion and phenoxide ion is more stable, because as the phenoxide ion is more stable, the phenol can easily donate a proton to form phenoxide ion. Hence, the phenols are more acidic than alcohols. And The next one is, see here, comparison of acidity of phenols and carboxylic acids. Okay, that is, phenols are more acidic than alcohols, and we know that phenols are more acidic than alcohols and less acidic than, or weakly acidic than carboxylic acids. Let us compare the acidity of phenols and carboxylic acids. Let us see. See here, coming to, we know that carboxylic acids are more acidic. They are strong acids. See here, if we observe this structure of this carboxylic acid, see here, in this carboxylic acids, resonance structure is possible. See here, two resonance structures are possible. See here, this is carboxylic acids structure when this electron pair is donated to the single bond, and then followed by this shifting of this bond. Hence we get positive charge here, double bond here, and negative charge here. Very simple. Shifting of this double bond to here, shifting of this electron pair to here, and this double bond to oxygen. It results plus charge on oxygen as it donates electron pair. Double bond is here, double bond, single bond becomes double bond, and this double bond becomes single bond, and this oxygen gets minus charge. These are the resonance structures of carboxylic acids. And see here, we know the ionization of carboxylic acids. When carboxylic acids, that means as they are strong acids, they can easily donate H as H plus. That means they easily donate the proton, and they form RCOO minus. That means RCOOH. See here, this RCOOH with the loss of proton, it forms RCOO minus, and this ion is called as carboxylate ion. This ion is called as carboxylate ion. And see here, the formed carboxylate ion by deprotonation, or by the loss of H plus from carboxylic acid, this carboxylate ion also exhibits resonance structures. See here, these are the resonance structures of carboxylic acids. As we observe, it exists as this resonance structure. It can be explained like this. See here, this is carboxylate ion, and the shifting of minus charge to here, and this double bond to here, oxygen. Okay, shifting of minus charge to here, and this double bond to here. It results, see here, we get double bond here, and this minus charge is vanished, and our minus charge disappears. This becomes double bond, and this CO becomes single bond, and this oxygen gets negative charge. See here, a very simple rearrangement. See here, resonance structure, this minus charge goes here, and this double bond goes here. As the minus charge goes here, minus charge disappears at here, oxygen, and this single bond becomes double bond, this double bond becomes single bond, and the oxygen gets negative charge. These two are the resonance structures of carboxylate ion. And see here, if we observe the resonance structures of carboxylate ion, the two resonance structures are similar or same, as 1 and 2 are same, see here, the resonance structures of carboxylate ion are equivalent and hence more stable, as if we compare the SDT of, that means the resonance structures of these carboxylic acids, these are not equivalent. That means if you observe these are the resonance structures of carboxylic acids, they are not equivalent. If you observe, these two are the resonance structures of carboxylate ion, as these two are equivalent, hence carboxylate ion is more stable than carboxylic acids. Okay, carboxylate ion is more stable because it is having two equivalent resonance structures, as carboxylic acid is less stable because it is not having equivalent resonance structures. Hence, as the carboxylate ion is more stable, hence carboxylic acids always have a tendency to undergo ionization, or they can easily donate proton in order to form carboxylate ion, because carboxylate ion is more stable. Always carboxylic acids, they donate proton to form stable carboxylate ion. Hence carboxylic acids, they behave as acids, that is stronger acids. While we observe these phenols are also acids. They can they donate H, that is H plus, and they form phenoxide ion. Phenols, by the donation of proton, with the removal of proton, they form phenoxide ion. And if we observe the resonance structures of phenoxide ion, see here, this is phenoxide ion, the loss of H plus from phenol, and it undergoes some resonance structures. See here, this minus charge comes here, and this double bond goes to this carbon. Understand? Same like phenol, if this minus charge comes here, we get double bond here, and we get minus charge here. This is the first structure. And in second structure, see here, this minus charge again comes here, and this double bond goes to this carbon. Hence we get double bond here, this becomes single bond, and we get minus charge here. The minus charge is at para position now. And in the next rearrangement, see here, this minus charge goes here, this double bond goes to this carbon. Hence we get this minus charge here disappeared, and here we get double bond. Here the double bond becomes single bond, and we get minus charge at ortho position. That means when we observe here, the minus charge arises, or the negative charge arises at ortho, para, ortho positions, or at second, fourth and sixth positions. Second, fourth and sixth positions. These are the resonance structures of phenoxide ion. Okay, once again, see here, let us see, this minus charge comes here, and this double bond comes here. We get minus charge here, here double bond, and here negative charge disappeared, and this becomes single bond. Next minus charge to here, this double bond to this para carbon, we get negative charge para carbon, this double bond becomes single bond, the single bond become double bond, and here negative charge disappeared. In the next step, this minus charge here and this double bond here, minus charge disappeared, here double bonds, that means single bond become double bond, here double bond became single bond, and here minus charge or negative charge arised at ortho position or sixth carbon. These are the resonance structures of phenoxide. And moreover, see here, the resonance structures of carboxylate ion are equivalent. Hence, carboxylate ion is relatively more resonance stabilized than phenoxide ion. Okay, when we compare the resonance structures of phenoxide ion and carboxylate ion, the carboxylate ion is more stabilized because it is having equivalent resonance structures. Hence, the carboxylic acids are more acidic than phenols. Remember, thus a carboxylic acid is more stabilized than phenol because a carboxylic acid can easily donate proton when compared with phenol in order to form the more stable carboxylate ion. By this way, we can know that carboxylic acids are more acidic than phenols and phenols are more acidic than alcohols. And if we observe the relative orders of, that is relative order of acidity, see here carboxylates are, if in this we have just understood these carboxylate ions are more stable, some more acidic than phenols, and phenols are more acidic than alcohols. That is RCOOH is greater than phenols, and that is phenols are greater, that means more acidic than alcohols. And next, see here effect of substituents on the acidity of phenols. We know that phenols are acidic, and the acidity of phenols it can be affected by the substituents present on the aromatic ring. That means the substituents present on the aromatic ring, they affect the acidity of phenol. Again, the substituents are that means they are two types. That is, one is electron attracting group or electron withdrawing group. Another one is electron donating group. When electron attracting groups present on aromatic ring, they tend to disperse the negative charge of the phenoxide ion, because that means as phenols they donate H plus and they form phenoxide ion. That means the acidity of phenols depends upon the stability of phenoxide ion. If the phenoxide ion is more stable, then the corresponding phenol is more acidic. If the phenoxide ion is less stable, then the corresponding phenol is less acidic. Understand? That means the acidity of phenol depends upon the stability of phenoxide ion. That means the acidity of phenol depends upon the stability of phenoxide ion. That means the substituents which present on the aromatic ring, if they stabilize the phenoxide ion, then that compound is more acidic. When electron attracting groups are there, what they do means they disperse the negative charge of the phenoxide ion. Thus, they stabilize the ion and increase the acidity of phenols. Because electron attracting groups, they disperse the negative charge on the oxygen atom of the phenoxide ion. Hence, they stabilize the phenoxide ion. As the phenoxide ion is more stabilized, they increase the acidity of phenols. That means electron attracting groups, they increase the acidity of phenols. For example, this is one example, that is nitro group is there. It is an electron withdrawing group. That means when this NO2 group is there at ortho and para positions, what happens? The stability of phenols increases. And when electron releasing groups are there, opposite to this, when electron releasing groups are there, they release electron density towards the aromatic ring. As a result, they intensify the charge. Unlike electron withdrawing groups, they disperse or they decreases the charge on oxygen, while this electron releasing substance, they tend to intensify the charge. Hence, they destabilize the phenoxide ion. As the phenoxide ion is destabilized, the acidity of phenol decreases. The acidity of phenol decreases because the phenoxide ion stability decreased. Hence, when electron releasing substituents are there on aromatic ring, they decreases the acidity of phenols. That means here some examples: methyl group, methoxy group, NH2 group. That means two things: electron attracting groups or electron withdrawing groups, they increase the acidity of phenols, and electron releasing groups, they decrease the acidity of phenols. I think you have understood about this. Next, see here, this is one example for the effect of substituent on acidity of phenol. Here this example is, this is para-nitrophenol. In para-nitrophenol, the nitro group is electron withdrawing group. See here, this nitro group is electron withdrawing group, and it loses proton and it forms this para-nitrophenoxide ion. This para-nitrophenol with the loss of H plus, it forms para-nitrophenoxide ion. And this para-nitrophenoxide ion, it is more stabilized because the NO2 group is electron withdrawing group. The negative charge on oxygen is dispersed or it is decreased. Hence, it became more stable. That means this ion became more stable. Hence, the acidity of phenol increases. That means the para-nitrophenol is more acidic. If you observe these resonance structures, these are the resonance structures of the para-nitrophenoxide ion. See here, if you observe this, first of all, this shifting of negative charge, same like phenoxide ion. See here, we get in the first step we get negative charge here, and again see here, this negative charge shifting here, and we get negative charge at this para carbon. As this NO2 group is electron withdrawing group, then what happens? See here, this minus charge again comes here between carbon and nitrogen, and this NO this double bond, N double bond, or this double bond shifts to oxygen. That means the negative charge comes at this oxygen and we get double bond here. That means the negative charge again dispersed due to the presence of this electron withdrawing group, because we get resonance structures here also, more resonance structures. Again this minus charge comes here and this double bond goes here and this double bond goes here. See here we get a minus charge here. In this minus charge goes to here. This double bond, okay, this double bond goes to this single bond, and again this double bond goes to here. Already it has shown in the picture, but we get double bond here. And that means due to the presence of this withdrawing group, more resonance structure is possible. That means the stability of phenoxide ion increases. As the stability of phenoxide ion increases, the acidity of that phenol increases. Hence, electron withdrawing groups on the aromatic ring increases the acidity of phenol, while electron donating groups on aromatic ring, they decreases the acidity of phenol. Okay, this is about the acidity of phenol. With this I conclude this topic. In this topic we have discussed about the acidity of phenols, and the phenols are more acidic than alcohols and phenols are less acidic than carboxylic acids. And moreover, the substituent present on aromatic ring, they affect the acidity of phenols. The electron withdrawing groups, they increases the acidity of phenols, and electron donating groups, they decrease the acidity of phenols. With this I conclude the topic today, and in the next class we will go through the chemical properties of phenols. Thank you.